we got the 100 coin, 100 wood.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So there's 300 food, 100 wood, and 100 coin. So this is basically like the 100 coin crate opening. So in this situation, this is probably the most difficult opening and the most complex. So with this, you're going to do opening B, which is a market, hunting dogs, and a house. So I told you earlier, but I'm gonna repeat myself. So with this, you know, you want to put your villagers on crates efficiently, so you minimize like villagers bumping into each other. You want to get enough food to keep up with villager right away, and then you're gonna use this 100 wood that's on the floor. You're gonna build a market, and then you're gonna have to put some villagers on the gold, and this is also where the treasures become really, really important, because you're gonna look at, you know, around your TC what treasures you can find. And right now, this is probably already in your line site, or you'll see in a second. There's a 30 coin treasure, so you're gonna basically get that right away with your explorer, and then you'll just incorporate that to your build. So what you're doing, you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna use this 100 wood to build a market, and then you're gonna buy wood from the market. So it costs, I think it's 124 gold or 126. But it's like 124 gold will buy you 100 wood. So right now, right here, you have this 100 gold and then 30. So that right there will buy you 100 wood. So after you do that, you'll have like 100 wood and like 3 gold, and you'll have a market up. So you'll still need to build a house and get hunting dogs, which means that you'll need to gather 50 more wood and like 47 gold. So you gotta just kind of find how to split your villagers. You'll have to gather, you know, the gold to get hunting dogs after you buy the wood. So you kind of get what I'm saying there.
Yep, I got you.
All right, so we'll let you do your thing.
Do you have a recommendation on wood to coin distribution?
Yeah, so I would say. You can put like 1 villager on gold, use a villager to herd, and then like 1 villager on wood, maybe 2 on wood, and then you kind of just go from there. You kind of have to play it a lot by ear, kind of, especially with the treasures. But yeah, I'll let you do your thing here. But yeah, you can put 1 on gold. Go 1 gold, and then like at least 1 on wood. Okay, so build market though. Market right there. Boom, good. As soon as possible. So right now he's good. He's gathering gold. As soon as that market gets up, you're gonna buy 100 wood. And then, you want to get hunting dogs as soon as possible. You get hunting dogs before the house. So right now, I could have told you maybe to put a 2nd villager on gold actually, because you want to get hunting dogs, but then also look at your food. Make sure you'll be able to get a villager out. You might have to put 1 of the wood villagers on food, and then be ready to pull your gold villagers. You don't want to overgather gold here. So there's
check it out, baby. Nice steal in the middle.
Ooh, nice, getting stealing the treasure there. Yeah, and you gotta like do things with your explorers all at the same time. So. Oh, see, hold on, are you getting hunting dogs right now, or?
It's gathering, right? It's training right now.
It's being researched right now?
Researched.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, nice. All right, I'm going to pause it. All right, nice. So he even incorporated that 80 gold treasure. Right? He took his villagers off of gold early because he knew he was going to get that treasure, I believe. So, yeah, that's nice. If you know you're about to get a gold treasure, then you don't have to gather the 50 gold because, you're about to have a treasure coming in. So, yeah, this was pretty good. I'll let you keep going here. We'll go into H2 with this.
Yeah, let's do it.
The only thing I'd say, like, it's herding. He didn't need to herd this 2nd hunt, and he kind of back herded it too at the same time. He could have kept his villagers more at home, but this is fine for now. Like, in Age 1, you really only need to herd just your starting hunts. This map's kind of weird, where the starting hunt kind of gets separated into like 2 separate hunts. But you don't want to be herding like far hunt in Age 1, because then it's going to slow down your age up time.
I'm OCD about getting raided.
Yeah,
if I'm honest, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, because there's not going to be any units until a little bit later in H2. So yeah,
dude, the AI just tried to steal my treasure. Try to get back.
Nice.
I love it.
Yeah, so you got hunting dogs in a minute 21. That's pretty good.
I'll take a compliment. Wow. Didn't think I'd get that today. All right, so 14 bills, you said?
Yeah, we'll do 14 village up. It's most standard for French.
And then as soon as I hit the age up, pause it, and then you tell me what to do in transition.
Right. So as soon as you hit age up with 400 wood, by the way, you do that like 100% of the time with French.
Yeah, France,
mm-hmm.
And
And
go ahead.
okay, put your villagers on wood. Put like most of them on wood, and you're gonna research placer mines, the gold gathering upgrade. You already have hunting dogs, so you research placer mines.
Oh yeah, put someone coin too.
Well, not quite yet, because that only costs 75 food and 75 wood, so you can even wait.
Oh, placer mines. Okay, sorry, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And you know what? Actually, hold on, pause for a second. I'm kind of tripping up myself. So actually, go for a trading post first. You're gonna build a trading post, and then you're gonna get placer mines.
Okay.
So yeah.
How often do you get the trading post in transition? Almost every time.
Yeah, you're gonna get the trading post every time. If you can't build the trading post in age 1, then you build it in transition, like every single game. So yeah, and then you want to have your explorer like in position. Sometimes you might forget and then you're like, shit, I have 200 wood, but my explorer's like on the other side of the map. You want to make sure he's near the trading post when you're gonna be ready to build it. All right, so then you'll gather 75 wood, get the placer mines, and then I'm gonna have to think for a second. All right, let me think for a second. So we're gonna do stable and 5 cab opening. So and then one variation to this build is if you get steel traps or if you don't get steel traps. So I think we'll do the.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I got 97 wood, 97 or 91 gold right now.
We'll do the steel traps variation. So let me kind of think about this. Okay, so basically, you'll research placer mines, and then after you research placer mines, after that's being researched, you'll keep villagers on wood so you can gather 125 wood for steel traps.
Yep.
And then once you have that, and then all your villagers go to food and gold. Because then your goal is to make 5 hussars. A hussar costs 120 food and 80 gold. So you want to have most of your villagers on food, but like 5 on gold, we'll say.
Yep. Cool.
All right. Boom. Okay. Nice. So you're right. You already have placer mines being researched right now. Boom. Yep. Okay. Nice. Just came in. So yeah, did a pretty good job here. You just overgathered wood by like 7. So now
what's the first shipment?
He's going on crates. 4 villagers. Always. Well, not always, but with this build, yeah. I mean, French like 90% of the time send 4 villagers first. And yeah, with this opening. So I would say first thing here is. Don't build your stable this far out. Build it closer to your town center because it's kind of risky here, especially with shipping villas. It's like if pikemen come, it's out of TC range right now. So he can siege this stable without even getting shot by your town center. And you can't even call Minutemen to defend it because it's so far from your town center that if you call Minutemen, like he'll be able to see your Minutemen and then just retreat. So you always basically want to build the stable within TC range.
That's a good point. I was lazy because I had hunts and I wanted to build it right here, but I had hunts, so I was lazy.
Yeah, that's fine. So get steel traps as soon as you can, and then
it's being researched.
Nice.
I'm assuming I make 2 houses.
Yeah, yep, 2 houses, and then everybody on food and gold, and then don't queue up a cab yet. Wait You don't have, because if you queued up one right now, you won't get 5 cav out. You'd probably get 4 cav out. So
Gotcha.
a lot of times this is like a judgment call, and it depends how much you want to delay your Hussars, but wait like 15, 20 seconds. I'm going to say queue up a cav right now. Queue up 1 cav.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take notes of this. He queued it up at like 5:43. Let's see if you can get 5 Huss out. So right now your goal,
second shipment?
700 wood.
Okay.
So right now your goal is to create 5 Huss. Do like whatever you have to do. Just try to make sure that you have enough gold to get, enough food to get 5 Huss out. And make sure you're also training villagers constantly.
Yep.
Or that your TC doesn't have any idle TC time. You don't want to you don't want to put too many villagers queued up at the same time, because when you queue up a villager, if you guys don't know, it costs 120 food.
I got
it. Right. I know you know that. Boom, you got the boom,
it.
and that's it. So this is it. This is the 5 Huss opening. You did this basically perfectly, or nearly perfectly, and I mean, okay. So let's look at his situation right now. He's playing as French. He has a trading post already, like early TP. He built in transition. He got hunting dogs in age 1. He already has steel traps. He got steel traps at 528. Already has placer mines, and he just popped out 5 Hussars. And he shipped 4 villagers, and now he's got 700 wood on the way. So like right here, if you can do this, like I'm gonna say you'll get at least a PR 22 by doing exactly what you did.
More than that, honestly. But
yeah, like I think you can get. I think if anybody does this opening like you did right now, I would say it's gonna get you to probably like PR 25 or like right around there.
The great thing about it is obviously you're starting with cav to raid, but your economy is extremely strong at this point too.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So now it's like up to you. You can send the cav out. You can go raiding. This kind of comes up to like individual preference and like what civ you're playing versus. But you can decide, do you want to split up your cav? Like, does he have some villagers that might already be far out exposed? So you can send all 5 cav together into one single raiding group, or you could split them up and have like 3 cav go one way and 2 cav go the other way, or something slightly different. So I'm gonna pause it and we'll let you keep playing this a little bit. But boom, that is the opening right there. And then from here, I guess I'll go a bit further. You got the 700 wood in, so from this you can like drop down a barracks, maybe drop down like 2 more houses, and we'll do the semi H3 actually. We'll extend this a little bit. So we'll turn this into the 5 cav opening. This is like the 5 cav FF. So you're doing a 5 cav and then fast fortress. So yeah, actually I could have maybe had you ship gold here. Now I'm thinking about it. That might be the slightly more common. There's a couple different variations, but the main thing I was talking about was just getting the 5 cav was the 5 cav opening. So then after that, it can split and you can do different strategies. You can do like a straight H3 after getting the 5 cav out, or you could like drop down barracks and then maybe make some muskets and stay H2 a little bit longer, or get your infrastructure set up. So right now you got 700 wood already shipped, so you can drop down like a barracks, and then if you need to drop down some houses, and then let's see, you almost have another shipment already. So with this next shipment, you'll send 700 gold, and then you go H3. So
sounds good.
So yeah, just try to be active with your cav here. Try to make sure they're.
Oh yeah, we're going for it. All right.
Yeah, beeline to raid. And then if you want to.
So do I make another set of cav or no?
No. We'll do the 5 cav opening FF, slightly slower version since you shipped the wood first, but that's fine. And boom, getting those villagers. And also, if you guys don't know about this, you can body block with like your Hussars. Like as the villagers are retreating to the town center, if you put a Hussar like in front of them, it will like block the villager, and then the villager will have to path around the Hussar, so it can make it to the point where like you'll kill the villager, if you do it properly. If you don't do it, the villager might escape into the TC. So it's just like pathing and just trying to body block with your units. And then you can make like five musk. So this would be like the 5 husk, 5 musk, semi H3. And your gold's on the floor. Boom, you're starting to gather that. And then you're going to do the fast age up politician. When you go H3 with French, you always do this age up politician. And boom, he's already aging up. Look how good of a position like he's in. You know, if he was playing even versus like a good player here, he got 5 huss out. He was raiding. He shipped 4 villagers. You know, this is just a solid opening here. Like doing this will get, like I said, get you like PR 25.
And yeah, I like being able to do the Rex and Sable. That just gives so much capability with that.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So after getting the fight, you got the 5 musk out. Then just leave your buildings idle. And you're about to be age 3 like really quickly, then you can queue up like 1 goon and then queue up 1 skirm. So you have both of them in production, and then try to get like as many skirms / goons out. See, I would have canceled those muskets. You queued up a second batch of muskets.
Yeah, I was like, I'm impressed with these. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's basically where it comes into like, you know, just how's the game looking, you know, what's developing. You know, sometimes it will be good to make that second batch. You know, that just depends on each kind of specific game.
Yeah. So then, do you prefer? What would you send in? You send in Falcons at this point, or what do you like to do?
So this.
You already have some Musketeers.
Yeah. So at this point, it basically depends on the matchup, and it just depends on like the specific game. You'll probably send a different card. Like each game, it depends what civ is your opponent. You know. What strategy are you going for? Did you like have a good early trade? Did you raid villagers? You know, if he's not pressuring you at all, then maybe you'll send 1,000 wood. Like 1,000 wood is one card that you definitely want to have in. That's really good first H3 shipment. So basically, like if you can get away with sending 1,000 wood and you don't think you'll die, then send that. If you're not trying to like pressure really hard early. If you want to like pressure early, then yeah, 2 Falcon shipment could be really good as your first. H3
I think it's pretty cool because you already have those musks. It's almost kind of like a Ottoman Fast Fortress. Because you already got those jams you can make in transition. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, so like right, shipping 2 cannons here would be pretty good since you made those. You made 2 batches of muskets, so you already have muskets to defend those 2 cannons. You know.
Yep. And I got goons coming out too, so it's just like.
Yeah. So I mean, boom, dude. Like this opening right here, man. Like right here.
It's good.
Yeah, you got a solid army. It's like 10 minutes, just coming up on 11 minutes, and you got like 10 goons, 10 musk, 5, still have 3 cav, and you know like 2 cannons. This is like a scary push right here.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah.
He's already resigning. No, I need to kill you with my cannons. That's what's happening. That's good stuff, man. I'm excited to use this at some point.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to watch you. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking forward to watching you use this.
So I'll definitely put a video up in terms of like me doing it on my own at some point.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'll probably have this like earlier in the week, and then I'll have the other video later in the week, and then we'll see you in action.
Nice.